Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and I'm back from holiday with lovely brown hands, and it turns out there's snow on the ground back in the UK. Well, that was a surprise and a bit of a contrast for us, but it has put us in the Christmas spirit actually. So yesterday Family Hood put up the Christmas tree and all of the decorations, which means we can now focus on what's even more important than Christmas. Yes, Lego. Oh, yes. So what I'm planning to do today is finish a project that has been languishing on my desk for quite some time, and that is the Atlantis pyramid for the bottom level of our 20,000 bricks under the sea cabinet. So that's what we're going to do today. Alrighty, well there's two main aspects to this project to finish it off. One is obviously to finish the top section of the pyramid, which I couldn't do before because I didn't have enough of the 2x2 slopes or enough of these corner pieces in all their different sort of iterations down the corners to finish, but I do now, so that's good. The second reason why I couldn't do that was because I needed this very hard to find trans neon orange cylinder piece, which only came in two Monkey Kid sets, including 80016, the Flaming Foundry from 2020, which is a set with so much going on I can barely work it out. Does the whole thing drive all together, kind of folded up and then deploy? I think it does. If it does, that is very nice indeed. But anyway, we've got this very important piece on a brick wall to kind of fit in the doorway to the top section here, much like we've got the much bigger panel pieces also in trans neon orange from the 6983 Ice Station Odyssey from 1993 and Ice Planet 2002 set, which must have sounded very futuristic way back then, but yeah, we still haven't reached the Ice Planet and we're in 2023 now. Anyway, so that's the first bit, yeah, to finish the pyramid. And the second bit, which made having this and the panels on the inside all the more important, was to add lights to the inside of this thing. So you'll know the very bottom level of my cabinet will be lit by UV light, sparingly, so it doesn't damage all of my bricks. But when I bought that set, it came with a second set of lights. So this is the one I bought. I mean, Amazon's absolutely full of all sorts of them, really. I got it because it was remote controlled and good value. But essentially, it came with two strips of LED lights in UV, and that's what this is. So I can get a whole second reel in here, which is very fortunate because I hadn't planned to do any lighting on the inside of this when I first started out. And well, just a happy happenstance that now I can do that, and it will plug into the same sort of power source. So essentially, I'm going to be unreeling all of that, taking, well, the lid off this and kind of reeling it around the whole bottom section. I'm going to have to leave some gaps in here so it can come up to the top section as well, and then it will light up this neon piece and these neon pieces in here and make it really glow orange from the inside. And then we'll have all the external light from the underside of the glass level above lighting everything else. So that should be really good. And then ultimately the sort of power source will be built into a new biscuit, which is what I call the sort of brick built ground level. I'm using these base plates just for now. It will get all transferred onto a much more textured and interesting base piece, probably with some 3D sort of contouring and all the rest of it in due course. But for now, I've actually installed, if you can just maybe see around the corner here, I've just installed a very small arch piece in here just so we can get the power into the main cavity and out and plugged in to the cabinet for testing. So yeah, that's the second part. So yeah, build pyramid, add lights, plug in lights and then test them. That is what we're going to do today. And I don't know where to start, because if I build all this, then I'm going to have to take it apart to put the lights in. So I'm probably going to have to start with the second of those, put lights in to the ground level, and I suppose I better start by pulling off all of these. Some suggestions from last time also while we're here. Some people suggest I have one of these damaged or something like that, maybe lying on the floor or busted, or maybe with some sort of angular pieces. I like that as an idea, but I really like having all four of these upright because they look very Taj Mahal-y in my mind, so I like that. So I'm going to keep them all intact. That doesn't mean I won't change the bricks. I was thinking I could have lots of attachment points of bar pieces and modified bricks sort of built into the backs of some of these instead of the 1x2x5 bricks, and that would mean that I can attach all sorts of plants and or people. because I reckon the people who live down here would look after their great big temple. I know we've got a lot of damage on this sort of area, but anyway, that's just wear and tear. But I think they'd be very careful to keep these all erect and looking rather fantastic. So yeah, I'll probably change some bits on that in due course, but not yet. I've got these out because I think that's what I'm going to use in replacing these two side bits here. And another suggestion I mentioned last time, which I've now bought the pieces for when I was buying the other neon orange rather, is some 2x2 slopes in neon orange and some 1x2 bricks in neon orange. And the idea, which I might try today, is just wherever you've got a bit of damage, say like there, replace that 1x2 brick that's got a sort of behind this cheese wedge slope with one of these. I've only got 3, so I can't do many. Or I could use this backwards actually and use that as a kind of 1x2 brick because I've got about 6 of these. Or I could take out a whole 2x2 slope and put one of these in as well. And that would mean that the light on the inside would kind of leak out through those gaps. Also, it would be lit from, of course, above on the first strip of lighting, so that would make them glow from the outside as well. And that would sort of represent kind of some of the light leaking out from the sides. I don't know if that's going to look good or not. So before dismantling a whole great big side walls like this, I might just add a few pieces into one side of the top section here, just so I can kind of compare the two halves and see which one I like, if I like it best from that view or that view, because I do quite like its regular, nice sort of complete appearance without great big lumps of a completely different colour in it. So we'll have to see, but I think I might try that out, but no bedoyings, because I'm pretty sure that was my idea. So anyway, right, let's get started by probably taking this level off and well, unpacking this. Good. Well, it is not easy stuffing 16.5 feet of kind of sticky backed LED ribbon into a pyramid that you can't really get at. Essentially, I threaded the whole thing through the side, the arch hole there, leaving a little bit of slack so I can plug it in easily, picked it up on the inside and then threaded it kind of around the back, pushed it straight into this corner, up into a loop that's going to be in that top section, back down into that corner, round the back, and again and again and again until I ran out. So it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops worth of LEDs in there. Oh, so it should be very well lit indeed. Now I think because it's been stuffed in a bit haphazardly, you will see little points of light where you can see one of the actual bulbs, so to speak, directly through the hole, rather than it being completely uniform against those neon pieces. But you know, hey ho, I think it will be a good effect either way. Well, I hope so. If not, we'll just have to close the mechanical doors and never open the stairway to look inside. But yeah, I think it will be good. So, well, the only thing really to do is test it. I can put this back on kind of in there. And then maybe even have this perched on here for now, plug it in a cabinet and see how it looks. Fingers crossed. Okay, well, test number 1 in the cabinet at the very bottom, so it might sound a bit echoey. We also have got all the filming lights off just so we can see the effect of the UV ones when I turn them on. So here we go. Wow, that is very bright, isn't it? Golly, look at the light streaming out of that doorway. Well, we'll have to pretend we can't sort of see these sort of LEDs here and here, all these ones outside, because they'll be buried in the biscuit, and just focus on this section here and this section here. Wow, that is absolutely glowing. Now, if I angle it up a little higher, which is going to be a more natural viewing angle, to be fair, you can actually see the base plate in the bottom, which I don't like, and a couple of bricks supporting the neon panel. So I might have to use black bricks there, or maybe even just do it a little bit lower, because it's not like you're ever going to be down this low looking upwards. So yeah, I might reposition those panel pieces now actually, if I can, or maybe second time round when I install it for the final time. But wow, yes, you can see some of the pinpoints of light as well, maybe not on the camera, but you can definitely in real life. But oh, it's definitely the effect I wanted. A really powerful glow coming from inside the pyramid. Oh wow, I'm so chuffed with that. That looks much better than I thought it would, to be honest. Yeah, it might look really good with those leaking light bricks on the side. We'll have to try that as the second test when we've got the pyramid top built around it. Cool, well, let's get on with that because this is getting quite exciting. Well, that test went so well. I'm now building with a smile on my face. I'm really looking forward to capping this pyramid off. So with that in mind, I've started building up one of the two sides, and I've put in a 1x2 and a 2x2 slope in trans neon orange so we can do that test, and then we'll have more throughout it if it is successful. Then much like the original set with this kind of balcony on, we're going to have an archway for the door. The donor set being that 7327 Scorpion Pyramid from 2011, the Pharaoh's Quest set, which this is loosely based on. Obviously mine's much bigger and much better, given it's got big solid sides and back, as well as the original play features. So yeah, that's really good. And I've actually augmented it a little more since last time. I forgot to mention, wherever there were long bricks along the vertical surfaces here, I've replaced them with 1x2 and 1x3 bricks. So we've got many, many more join lines. And I think that makes it look a lot older because they're using sort of smaller bricks to build a great big pyramid a long time ago. So yeah, that's the sort of detail I really appreciate that probably no one will notice when it's in the cabinet. But yeah, I like it. I think it makes it look a lot better. Cool. Right, so we've got the arch. That's when we can put the cylinder piece behind, and that'll be the bit that glows, obviously. And then just because we got that weird cutout in the bottom of it, I've actually got a tile 1x2 in the same neon orange to fill in that gap. Oh yes, actually that was vital, wasn't it? Otherwise it looked a bit weird. And I've continued a bit more with the turquoise decoration there, and the stripe between a tan and a dark tan that I did on the lower level, though probably no one will notice that much in the future either. Oh yes, this is going to be great. So I need to do the other side and then cap it off with something similar to the top that I've got on my obelisks here, with the coral gold and dark turquoise, of course. So yeah, that'll be good as well. Must keep going. Didn't lose any bricks on the inside, and I've capped it off successfully with that lovely coral, dark turquoise, and then gold on the very tip. Very nice indeed. Nice colours that will show up underwater and even glow in the case of the coral. So yeah, I really like that. And if we ask Robin to move out of the way, we can see the trans neon piece that will be glowing very shortly in our second test. But yeah, it's really got all the best attributes of that original set, plus a lot more detail and interest for all of the different shapes and so on. And I'm not too sure about this slope. It just looks a bit conspicuously weird, if you ask me, in this colour. I don't mind so much the 1x2 brick hidden here where we've got kind of damage. So maybe I'll just do those throughout when I rebuild this on the biscuit in the future. But we'll see how they both look under the light first. But this makes more sense because it's less obvious, and also it's where there's been some damage, and we've got what, 1, 2 more on this side, so that make 3. Have we got any here? Yeah, there's 1, 4, 5 actually, 6, and then have we got any on this side? Yeah, 1 there, 7. So I think that might be the right amount actually, and as I said before, I can turn one of those around, so I will have enough pieces to do it like that. But it'll be interesting seeing how it looks anyway. But that, especially with the 4 obelisks back in place, looks absolutely brilliant capped out. I'm so happy with that. Right, so back to the cabinet for test number 2. Well, it just shows the size of the cabinet, the fact that this pyramid, though very big on the building desk, is really quite small in the whole bottom level. Lots of space above it, but that just means we can have good beasties and submarines, I suppose. And to the side, a lot more space for scenes and coral and so on. So yeah, here we go with test 2. Let me grab the remote and turn it on. Oh, love, love, love. That is a fierce glow. I think you'll agree. Wow, that is absolutely amazing. And we can see tiny bits of light actually now. It's capped out through the gaps in some of the bricks when they're dead on. Do you see a few there? So yeah, light is kind of leaking out, which is inevitable, I suppose. So when we look at these bricks over here, if I just turn it towards us, yeah, I think I'm right in my assumption actually that I think these are good, the sort of semi-buried 1x2 bricks, but that might be a little bit too much. But let me know what you think in the comments section. Maybe we could do both, but I think just having these more subtle ones every now and then whoop, down here would be quite a good thing. Yeah, I think it's definitely better than with none, actually. So, yeah, we have discovered something here. And it's quite interesting, actually, that this glowing neon orange actually looks very much similar to the coral colour when right underneath the light. Yeah, very similar indeed. But, yeah, good contrast nonetheless. So, yeah, I really like that. But, wow, what a scene that's going to be when we've got people standing in front of this, kind of guarding the temple, or whatever it might be, and more goings on in front of it, to the sides and all the rest of it. But yeah, wow. I think everyone will be a fan of that. How could you not be? A glowing pyramid underwater in the depths. Fantastic. You know, sometimes you have a wonderful idea, but you have no idea if it's going to be very successful or not. Then you spend ages collecting all the pieces to make it a possibility, and then, oh ho ho, it is the success you hoped it was going to be, and that is the greatest feeling of all, and that's where I am right now. Very happy indeed with my glowing underwater Atlantis pyramid. So you'll have to let me know what you think of the 2x2 slopes and the 1x2 bricks in the side. You know my view. And you have to let me know if you've got any ideas to make this even better as well. Don't make it even bigger. I think it's big enough. But yeah, other ideas would always be appreciated. And I think when we've got even more Atlantean stuff out the front, that would be really good. And all of this, of course, buried in the biscuit with only the IR sensor for the remote, that sort of end black bit that looks like a USB cable peeking out, so I can turn it on and off using my remote. It will be even better. Wow, yes, fantastic. So as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome Lego videos. And if you value this channel, there are many ways in which you can support it. Do check out the links in the description below. And next time on Robin Hood Bricks, it'll be a Wednesday, so we'll be doing a brick haul for more pieces, maybe for Under the Sea, who knows. There's definitely a few pieces for diver bases coming up, I'm pretty sure. And then on Friday, we'll be in receipt of the brand new modular building. Very nice of Lego this year to let us have it before Christmas, so that'll be the 10326 Natural History Museum, and I want to get that built and into the brand new area in the back corner of the Lego room that took so long to get right, even if every other Lego channel is probably reviewing the same set at once at the moment. But yeah, I'm very looking forward to building that and seeing how it looks. So we'll do that on Friday. I can't get over how much this is glowing. I mean, I suppose it's no surprise, really, when you think I've got an entire strip inside there, the same amount that's on the underside of this glass. But yeah, I'm like a kid at Christmas with this. It's just really, really, really cool. Cool. So, yeah, lots coming up. So until next time, see you. Love that. You could probably warm your hands with the light. Ah, cozy.